each single leg lateral hops. Coach Ma's going to demo that for us. One leg at a time. You're just going to jump back and forth. Since you don't have a whole lot of room in your house, it's going to be easier just to go back and forth in one spot, all right? We've got 10 rollover to V-sits. So, move out of the way here. Gonna roll back, spread the legs, punch through, all right? From the side, we're getting a nice stretch in the lower back, punching through, stretching out your inner thighs, getting everything nice and warm. Next, we've got the 12 each leg, single leg RDLs. One leg at a time. This is a straight leg deadlift. That back leg can be lifted. It's gonna help work on balance. You wanna keep that planted leg as straight as possible. You can have a slight bend in it, and you also want to keep those hips nice and square. Use those hamstrings as you stand back up. You'll do, what was it, 12 each. All right?
You get that drink?
Nice and pretty, nice and pretty. Then you've got 15 wall slides, so you're going to find a wall. You should be about 90 degrees, and you're just going to keep those arms on the wall, spreading up and back down. If your range of motion isn't great, you're just going to go as high as you can while still keeping your arms on the wall. All right? Make sure you're not hyperextending ass, abs, and quads, like always. Lastly is 12 each upright row. If you have a dumbbell light enough, you're going to do it one arm at a time. Just going to pull up here, about to your collarbone, elbows high and wide. If you have a heavier dumbbell and you need to use two hands, you'll kind of hold it like this, again to the collarbone, elbows nice and high. All right? For our skill and strength, we have 4 sets of 26 total suitcase carry and 4x12 tricep extensions. For your suitcase carry, you're going to load one side. So you're going to pick something up, kettlebell, book bag, whatever you want to do. Make sure you're picking up nice and square, big chest, flat back. You're going to stand, and you're going to take 26 steps, ass, abs, and quads, keeping everything nice and tight as you walk. You are in control of this weight. The weight is not in control of you. So as you walk, make sure that it's not pulling you to one side. She's dancing. Make sure it's not pulling you to one side. You're going to keep everything nice and tight the entire time. Make sure you switch and do both sides as well. For the tricep extensions, if you have something light, you're going to do single arm. So just keeping it back, we're going to press up. Make sure you're locking out your elbow and you're really focusing on using that tricep. If you have a heavy dumbbell, you're going to use two hands. Same thing, keeping those elbows in. Lock out the elbows. All right, we're isolating the triceps to make sure that those are still getting in a lot of work, which I'm sure they already are. We got some strong triceps. For today's workout, we're doing a 16-minute TABATA. So that's 20 seconds of working, 10 seconds of rest. You're going to alternate through 4 different movements. First is the jump tuck. Rich is going to demo. So 2-foot takeoff, bring your knees into your chest. It's kind of like you're jumping on a box, but there is no box. All right, so you're going to jump as much as you can. If you are someone that jumping doesn't feel good for the knees or whatever it is, what you're going to do is just a little tuck. All that you can. Or if this is all you're doing, that's fine. If that's too much, you're going to do plate steps or ball taps. All good options. All right. Next, we've got the high-low plank. So for 20 seconds, you're going to start at the bottom of a plank. Ass, abs, and quads, everything nice and tight. And you're going to step up with your hand and step back down. Try to alternate so you can work each side individually and so that you don't have a strong arm and a weak arm, because nobody wants that.
Hey, Mom.
All right. Next, you've got the air squats. Make these look pretty, guys. Focus on that form, mobility. Want to make sure we're pushing those knees out. Grab the ground with your toes. Create that torque, knees out, squat below parallel, squeeze those butt cheeks on the way up. Make sure you're standing up all the way. Nobody wants to cut her up short here. This is not an actual air squat, all right? Stand up all the way. Lastly is your bench over row. You're just going to bend over to almost 90 degrees, and if it's a lighter weight, you're going to do single arm. So just like that, keeping that elbow in nice and tight, you're going to pull, really focusing on squeezing all these muscles. That's what's working. If you have a heavier dumbbell, you're going to hold both heads, and you're going to do the same thing, squeezing the shoulder blades together as tight as you can. Elbows are coming back. All right? Post your total reps below, and we'll see who gets the most.